Thank you very much, Jeff, for the introduction, and it's a delight to be here with you this morning to talk about a passion that I have, a huge need in our healthcare delivery to children. And I thank the WBT for this opportunity to present this solution to the problem. As you can see from this first slide, you see children there dressed in children's clothes. They don't fit. You cannot put adult drugs into children. They don't fit, and that's exactly what we're doing. So our company is about taking off-patented adult formulations, repositioning, repurposing them, getting their proper trials complete for safety and dosing information, and getting them approved by the FDA. So we are repurposing, repositioning currently known new chemical entities or chemical entities for pediatric use. To give you a snapshot of our company, we've been around a couple of years. We've made significant progress. We've raised over $1 million to date. We have a pipeline that we feel has a lot of value and near-term revenue potential. I think one of the most important things an investor looks at is the jockeys that are riding the horses. Not so much the horse, but the jockeys. I feel that between myself and my co-founder, which is also our Chief Scientific Officer, Ken Phelps, we have a couple of very good jockeys that have been down this path before in pediatric pharmaceuticals, both from the marketing and sales side and from the development side. So we come with experience in this area. We will be using the 505(b)(2). You know, my timer's not moving here. I know. Okay. Well, the 505(b)(2) process is a process that allows you to bring drugs to market quicker than a new chemical entity, because you can use the safety and efficacy information from the original innovator trials in your application. So it allows you to bring your products to market safer. Plus, we have a lower risk profile versus a normal new chemical entity company, because we're dealing with products that have been used in humans already. So we're past some of the safety issues that you would go through when you're developing a new chemical entity. So we have a lower risk profile to begin with. Here's a figure that most people don't realize. 70% of the children that leave a doctor's office with a prescription, they're leaving with one that has not been approved for use in children by the FDA. There is this phenomenon called off-label prescribing, where a doctor is writing a prescription for an indication for a purpose that the drug really has not been tested for. And so there's a huge need in this area. In fact, the NIH FDA has identified 400 compounds, and these are compounds that have gone generic now, and Big Pharma will not be interested in going back and doing clinical trials for pediatric indications. So there's 400 compounds for Madiera to work on to get to market. So we have a pretty nice set of chemical entities. Now, whether all of these will have a market potential, I don't know, but the ones that we have chosen, which is listed here, have great market potential. Our primary product is a liquid statin. There are 2 million children, 12 and under, that have elevated lipid in this country, and it's because of the obesity epidemic. And we need a format for those children to take if diet and exercise fails. I'm an advocate, all doctors are an advocate of diet and exercise, but we need to have an alternative in case that doesn't work. We have the liquid formulation work already completed, represented by those 2 bottles. We have a grape flavor and a bubblegum flavor. We expect to do our phase 3 trials starting in the 2nd quarter of this year and have a launch in 3rd quarter 2012. That's a pretty quick launch when you think about just now going through clinical trials and getting a product out. So that shows you the power of the 505(b)(2) process. We also have a head lice product in our lineup and a liquid analgesic for moderate to severe pain. Certain children can't metabolize codeine, so therefore codeine is not a good solution for moderate to severe pain. Our competition in this marketplace is not much. The companies that are producing pediatric products are producing products in areas where a lot of products have already been approved. In fact, these are disease areas that children have suffered for a while now: asthma, allergy, ADHD, head lice. We're down on the right-hand side, cholesterol, diabetes, hypertension, pain. Those are because of the obesity epidemic. 34% of our children are obese, and we're having these diseases in children that we did not have before. We have barriers. The chemical entity itself, the active ingredient, is off patent, so there's no patent protection there. But the delivery system is where we're putting our IP. So we've already filed for our statin, liquid statin. It turns out making a liquid statin stable is a tough process. So we have figured out a way to do that, and so we have IP around that patent delivery system. We also, from the FDA, they grant 3 years data exclusivity when you go through the 505(b)(2) process with them. And we plan to market our products in Europe as well, not directly, but through partners over there. And the EMEA, the equivalent of the FDA, grants 10-year data exclusivity. So we have some good barriers to entry that we won't be copied by a generic anytime soon. This is information on myself and our co-founder. We've both been in the industry 30 years, me from a marketing and sales side, my partner from a clinical development side. We also have two great scientific board members, Dean Bootman, Dean of Pharmacy at the University of Arizona, and Dr. Kearns, who's with Children's Mercy Hospital, well known in drug development, pediatric drug development circles. What am I asking for you guys to do here today? Our Series A, as I said, we've raised over $1 million. We're looking to close out our Series A. So we're looking for $2 million more. That will allow us to complete the statin development, get it through FDA approval, and have it ready to go to market. Then there will be a Series B offering for around $6 million, which may be equity or some other form. We'll know more as we get our first product approved. But I just wanted to let you know what the follow-on financing might look like. But I'm really centering in on getting an additional $2 million to complete our statin, and we're off to the races. You also will ask the question about, will this produce money? It will. These are examples of 505(b)(2) drugs. I was involved in the first one, Alliant Pharmaceuticals, when we sold that pediatric company to Ciel, 2 times earnings. The next one down there, Adams Respiratory, that's Mucinex, and that also sold for a big multiple. So there's money in teaching old dogs new tricks. So in summary, Madiera is in the right place at the right time, and I am in booth 702, and I would look forward to talking more with you on this huge unmet need and bringing a solution to our children.